Hello, this is Mary with Mango Math, and I'm here with Millie to give a lesson tutorial out of our sports and math kit. Dance is all mathematical, if you didn't know that. Dance steps are very mathematical. It's a repetition of a pattern that goes in different directions that are geometrical in nature, and we'll get into that in just a second. But dance is very mathematical. So we're going to get kids to understand how dance is mathematical. So I'm going to delete this image of the steps for salsa. We're first going to start with understanding that these cards have different meaning and they're different directions within geometry. So there is translate, which is you're going to move from one spot to another spot, and we can do that with a hop, a slide, or a step. There's dilate, which means enlarging your body, or in another case, you can reduce the size of your body. So you're either enlarging or reducing the size of your body. There's rotate. In this case, we're rotating 360 degrees around a point, but rotation can be any amount of degrees, but in this case, we're going to do a full circle. There's concave, which is you're going to make your body almost into a C shape, meaning you're going to scoop your body in towards the back. A convex is I'm going to move my body so that I make almost a D shape with it. I'm going to push it out. Reflect means I'm going to turn, and so I'm facing the opposite direction, much like your reflection in a mirror. So if I'm standing on one side looking into the mirror, I'm now switching so it looks like the mirror is looking out at me. So it's just a reflection of itself. So the students first need to understand what these different terms mean. Then they're going to put all the cards together into a pile so that nobody sees what the cards are. They can be shuffled around and so forth. And then quietly, each child or each student is going to roll a dice, which is going to tell them how many cards they're going to pull. So in this case, let's say I pulled out these 4 cards. And I make note of what those 4 cards are. I can do it on the back of my dance card if I want to, but I'm going to somehow record these record these geometrical directions down on the back of my card or on somewhere on a piece of paper. Then I'm going to roll the dice, the red dice, and that's going to tell me how many times I'm going to do, this whole activity. So in this case, let me write down 5 here. So that means I'm going to 5 times do these different steps into a dance routine. So I'm going to take these steps and create some dance routine with it, and I'm going to repeat those steps 5 times. So the kids are going to kind of go by themselves and repeat this, write this down and repeat it 5 times. So when I did that just once and I put the cards back, the other students are going to wait until I have a dance routine ready to show them. And so I'm going to roll the red dice one more time, which is going to tell me, or no, actually, I'm not going to roll the red dice one more time. Disregard that. I am going to then add on how many steps I want to do at the very end. And it can be anywhere from 0 to 5 steps. So let's say I just guess I'm going to end with 3 steps. Just 3 random steps at the end. So I'm going to come up with my dance routine, and I'm going to show that dance routine to the other students, and they are to guess what X means. I mean, they're going to guess that I have done 4 different movements, and they were translate, concave, convex, concave, and reflect. So they're going to have to guess what my 4 different movements were, but there are 4 distinct movements. So they're trying to guess what X is. They're going to write down those movements, being translate, convex, concave, and reflect. And then they're going to tell me how many total steps did I take. So if they realize that this X equals 4 different movements, I'm going to add the 5 times the 4, which is going to be 20, plus those 3 extra steps at the end for 23 total steps. So remember that these 3 steps at the end can be whatever you want. You can do, jazz hands. It doesn't matter what you do at the very end. It's just an ending to the repetition of those first 4 movements. And remember, the 5 means I've done it 5 times. So that students are trying to guess what the different movements are. So it's just a fun way to get your body moving and understand how math is applied to dance.